And meanwhile, in the south, would love to get a cold front all the way through the area, sweep out the humidity, the rain that we're experiencing right along Interstate 40 in Little Rock. It has been a stormy morning already, and we expect more storms to fire up later on today. Not like we need the rain, by the way. We've got a serious surplus in Arkansas of over a foot, so we are saturated in the natural state, and I'm happy to be standing here in Little Rock, our riverfront park right behind me, and we've got basically more rain, more severe weather on the way for this afternoon and this evening. So this is really just the morning round. We could see more later on today, especially that darker shade of red where it's a bit more certain, especially right along and ahead of that cold front that kind of stalls out across southern Georgia, southern portions of Alabama, Mississippi. That's where we could see some serious wind out of these storms. And that could topple trees pretty easily. The ground already saturated. That could also lead to more flooding, especially where you see that darker shade of green on the map, Arkansas into eastern Oklahoma, where, by the way, the winds have been screaming this morning, 25 to 40 miles an hour, even in Tulsa where the rain has stopped. So we got the moisture that's still showing up on our water vapor imagery, that big blob of green right there, moving across Arkansas, now getting into Mississippi. So those storms are going to be feeding upon that moisture, that instability that's already out there this morning. We see that in the pockets of orange and yellow, and we've had flash flooding in the western side of Arkansas and eastern Oklahoma. Doppler estimates showing anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of rain in some of these areas. So therefore, with the ground saturated, you can see Doppler estimating anywhere from 3 to as much as 5 inches of rain in this area. So there could be some streets impacted this morning. Don't drive around the barricades. They're there for a reason, because some of these streets could be impacted by high water. Not only that, we've got severe weather ongoing this morning, a severe thunderstorm warning in eastern Oklahoma, including Pottawatomie County. So definitely watch out for some high wind, possibly some quarter-size hail as that storm is moving off toward the south and east at about 30, 35 miles an hour. Look at this line, though, moving across southern Arkansas. A lot of bright red in there, so certainly a push of wind with that as it moves eastward. Keeping an eye on Oklahoma City, where the rain may have stopped, but there's still some residual water out there. That's why we still have a flash flood warning in effect. Severe thunderstorm watch also still going until the top of the hour, so conditions are still favorable this morning for severe weather, and then we do it again this afternoon. That instability, that energy increasing with the sun's heating of the day. You can see the pink, the fuchsia on the map really starting to rise on up here as we head into the afternoon. 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's all about Birmingham. Of course, the kids are back at school. They started yesterday, so watching those after-school activities that could be affected. Atlanta, a few showers, certainly nothing like we saw yesterday, though, thank goodness. Still a lot of people without power, though, and you can see these storms looking more vicious in the southern part of Alabama, Georgia. That's where the severe storms will occur, over toward the southern parts of South Carolina, including Charleston, where we still see storms as we begin our Wednesday. Flash flooding is a possibility between tomorrow all the way through Thursday. That's the green on the map here, and then again for the northeast, sliding all the way down toward the Smokies, Jordan. That ground is pretty wet in many areas, as you might imagine.
Yeah, and if we go back to the central part of it.
Glad you're here for America's Morning Headquarters on this Tuesday, the 8th of August. Those of you along the East Coast might have thought yesterday was like an April or a spring day, judging by the amount of severe damage that we saw on Monday. More than 300 reports of damaging winds. Also, 1 million plus homes and businesses without electricity at one point on Monday. FlightAware reports some 10,000 delays and cancellations at the nation's airports on Monday. And we still have some delays and cancellations today, by the way. And sadly, 2 deaths reported, one in Alabama, the other in South Carolina. Well, we still have some severe weather to get through today. Maybe not as many, Jim, but we're watching New England and also parts of the South.
We are.